Welcome back. Assassin's Creed Valhalla, episode 151. Alright, we are still...
Come, don't be shy.
We are still dealing with the,
Made with the finest ingredients.
preparations for the funeral. We're gonna... Looks like we're gonna have to recommend,
Have you looked at everything I have
who
for sale?
becomes the next Jarl.
I will see you later, friend.
We could continue this storyline now, or we could come back to it. I don't think we have to decide this moment, so let's go ahead and continue it a little bit.
That's all I have for now.
Oh, fine. Have it your way. Yeah, away.
Oh.
Did you consult the Volva? And were your questions answered?
Some questions were answered. Others, I must answer myself. Do you think there's a place for Vili in our settlement? He expressed a desire to live and work with us.
Will he not be Jarl of this Shire before the day's end?
That remains to be seen. Some are more eager to see Tryggvi in the high seat.
Eivor, Tryggvi has no intention to lead. He feels duty-bound to follow his master into death.
Absolutely not. My father would never allow such foolishness.
How else can I honor my Jarl, old as I am? This is no country for me. The future is yours, Vili.
The flames of this pyre will burn for my father. You must live. I forbid you to follow him into death. I will not let you sacrifice yourself.
Do you forbid me as a friend, Vili? Or as our new Jarl?
As a man who would see you come to your senses.
Vili. Tryggvi. Each man wears one of Hemminger's boots, with both men unwilling to seize the other.
Does the world need such useless, dithering men? Why not stake a claim yourself? Take this Shire for your own.
It is not my place.
Your place is anywhere you lay your head, any hill you summit, any silver you take for your own. Do not limit yourself to niceties.
Nottinghamshire deserves a leader to admire. A man the people can trust. Most love Vili, and he loves them. But he lacks the will to be leader. He could learn, but does he wish to? And Tryggvi. Sturdy and wise and loyal to the legacy Hemminger Jarl left behind. Almost to a fault. But he is old, and his thrill for living has fled him. Hardly inspiring.
You cannot! I will not allow it!
I am not asking for your permission. Only your forgiveness.
Gods, Eivor, put a stop to this fool's death wish.
This is no small decision, Trugvi. And not without great cost.
Yeah, don't kill yourself.
The Shire will be diminished without you.
But I have nobody left. My life's purpose lies dead upon that pyre.
That is not so. When people look to my father for guidance, who did they see him turn to for counsel?
Hemminger Jarl was my rock. Yes, I gave him counsel, but he made the hard choices.
If Hemminger were here, would he not urge you to wield this wisdom for the betterment of all? Was your vow to serve Hemminger Jarl unto death, or to serve his legacy in life?
I will stay. You have wisdom, Eivor. More than I could have guessed.
Eivor,
Sunniva.
Picts were spotted moments ago, lurking in the thicket. Vili gave chase.
Ah, stick. He should have roused me first. Show me where he went.
Let us wake the others. The dark is lousing with Picts.
I can take them on myself. Tell me where.
They're not far. I'll show you. His rage has consumed him, Eivor.
I'll take them all.
This anger, this sadness, it has truly taken form.
Our stick was never one to temper his emotions. This was bound to happen. I should have been more vigilant.
Do not blame yourself, Drengur.
He always had me to watch his back. His children, and again now. If this rampage is what he needs to rid himself of the sick that binds him, I will at least make sure he does not hurt himself.
Thank Odin he has the mighty Wolf-Kissed as his shadow.
There are things we do for family, Sunniva. No questions asked. For you, I would have done the same. For any of the Raven clan.
We know, Drengur. That is why we are sworn to you. Here, Eivor. This was where Vili saw the scout killed and then charged after the enemy ahead. I will head back to Hemthorpe and make sure our Raven stand...
I should not be seen in this area.
Already been in here.
Eivor, perfect. I could use your aid right now. Dare disturb these days of mourning?
Stop, Billy. They are gone. It is done.
There's more in there, but we'll let him go. Who needs to?
I've seen roosters fight with more spirit.
Oddly enough, so have I.
That sound. Is it thunder?
Footsteps.
We need to fall back. Follow me. Quickly! Thrilling, was it not? Just like when we were children, getting into trouble and getting away. Thrilling, was it not? Just like when we were children, getting into trouble and getting away.
Save your honey words for when we get out of here alive, Arstick.
Whoops.
Not good.
Ah, my sword's thunderhammer. That quickened the blood.
Wild and reckless, like our first battles together. Remember the island north of Stavanger?
I do. Kjotve the Cruel trained his berserkers there.
Great lumbering fools, foaming at the mouth. We taunted them from the treetops.
And the drunk one, remember? Naked as the morning. Froze his cock off trying to find us.
Then fell to humping a snowdrift.
Were you glad to hear from me?
I did wonder what trouble you'd been up to. But I smiled at hearing your name. And I wondered if you had taken after your father. If you were now leading your clan.
Well, you have your answer. I'd sooner take after a troll and leave this clan in your hands.
That I will not do.
When my father was named Jarl, he had no one to help him, and still he triumphed. But I am not my father. I simply want to roam. Do you think Slipnir would be content bound to a stable? No matter how glorious it may be? Hey! What is that for?
You have friends, Vili. And what about Tryggvi? And me? And your clan?
Of course. I know that.
You can't roam forever. Keep that in mind. You are surrounded by those who love you. And that will not change. Unless you push it all away.
You speak a truth. I understand.
Troll-faced arstick.
A chicken draugur. Is such a thing possible? For that does not seem possible.
Voda, too. A warder infused with fire. I do not lie. Your father's death aside, Vili. This has been... good. Fun, even.
Do you ever wonder what might have happened if we had not been separated by the North Sea so early in our lives? What adventures we would have had. The raids, the battles, the glory. I even think about what we might have been to each other.
Uh-oh.
No,
No, I got a
don't dwell
girlfriend.
on our past that way. I find it slows me down to crawl. And I'm not made for crawling. I think I'll turn in. Long day ahead. Are you going?
with so much on my mind, I haven't slept a wink. The funeral, the Thanes. I should get back.
I understand. I'll see you there. Billy, gone already. To prepare for the funeral, I imagine.
This is a long sequence here of getting this funeral thing done.
So many Danes, so many Norse. This will be the send-off Hemminger deserves. All the funeral preparations are in order. Be patient, Hemminger Jarl. We are about to send you on your final journey.
Eivor, my father sets forth on his final voyage.
May the winds favor him.
The nobles have offered up their funeral gifts. All but you. Present what you have, and the celebration may begin.
I have it here. A shield bearing the sign of the Web of Weird, woven into this shield as you wove your spirit into our lives. May the skulls sing of you as the gods embrace you. Feast, my friend, in the halls of the free and brave.
Stand at my side.
Speak from your heart, Hemminger-san.
Today we mourn the passing of Hemminger Jarl of Nottinghamshire. My father. Our father. He was a towering force. A strength to fear and admire. Now gone. Yet together we are the example of his greatness. I see him in each of you. His love for battle, but also peace. For wisdom, sorrow, and joy. His generosity, his spirit. In you I see his life, and his love of drink. Gods, did he love drink? We are these things because he was these things. Father, we shall be to our children what you were to us. And when they are ready, we will meet you again. Give him a fine farewell.
Sunniva, ride to Hemthorpe and prepare the Longhouse for the All-Thing. The next Jarl will soon take his seat.
Drink as the great Jarl would!
Who will take the great Jarl's place? Will we decide at the next thing?
Who's it gonna be? Who are we gonna pick?
Oh,
I've actually already decided. A little inside information there. Any thoughts on who I'm gonna pick? Huh? What is going on with these
Who will
people?
become the next Jarl? Does it pass from father to son?
Aye, the burden is Vili's to bear.
Have they given their Jarl a fine farewell?
they have. None drink so well and so deeply as Clan Hemmingason.
The declaration of succession must happen soon, before we are too drunk and exhausted to remember our names.
I agree. Call on those who must attend. The All-Thing will begin shortly.
Eivor!
You look uneasy.
Burdened by grief. Drowning in meat. And paralyzed by a sword. I stand between that man and Jarldom.
You stand side by side, Vili, and one of you must step forward.
My father placed us side by side because he trusted your vision. So what do you see?
Alright, so here's my answer. Just because I think Tryggvi would accept that responsibility. Vili has made it very clear that he does not want to be Jarl. And I think that could lead to some issues. So we're going to support Tryggvi and have the Vili thing coming with me, if that's what happens, didn't play as big a part into it as I just think Tryggvi is the better choice.
I see a Drenger before me. A man who yearns for the glory of battle. Tryggvi should be Jarl. And you should follow your own path, wherever it may lead. Off a cliff, and into the ocean if that is what you need.
You know how to ruin a good moment, Wolfgist.
Some time ago, you asked about living with us, as one of our war band. Is that something you still want?
To raid with you and Bragi? Gods, yes. Imagine the blood and mead we would spill.
For old times, then, and new alike.
Watch the look on the old man's face when he hears what we have planned. I stand before you as Vili Hemmingason, but not as a Jarl. There is only one man with the needed honor and wisdom. Only one man my father deemed worthy of following him. Tryggvi, Jarl of Nottingham. May you walk proudly in Hemminger's path.
What is this?
Old friend, you deserve this. And so much more. Be proud. My future is elsewhere, Tryggvi. I will go with Eivor, to live and fight beside the Raven clan.
I do not know what to say.
Say yes.
Yes. Thank you, Vili. Eivor.
Well done, Arstic.
Until my path leads me home, I serve under your banner, Eivor.
Eivor, let my first decree be Hemminger's wish. An alliance between our people. When you call, we will rise.
As we shall for you, Tryggvi Jarl.
All right.
Skinnavoru, Gleitúlur, Grísi, þar heilir lífir stað, fara að kápanlífi við heiðar. Að keipa í bergi.
Hvar Ubbi? Hann sé góður að hafa í fylg. Hann með svo stóra öx.
And we want to know about this. It is time I return to the settlement.
Yeah, again, I just felt that it was very, very clear that oh, by the way, well, I kind of ruined it. We'll see what happens when we go back to camp. But this is, I think, the first episode of me recording, I should say. Siege of Paris DLC has been released at the time that I recorded this, so that is now a DLC that we have as well. But again, as I made the comment before, with Wrath of the Druids, we're going to do the DLCs as their own individual series. I think they're unique enough. You know, looking back on it, the Asgard Jotunheim storyline probably could have been its own series as well, given how long it was, given how different it was. But that was more part of the main game. But that's the I could very easily see in the future there being some sort of another thing like that in another world as a DLC, and so we could do that. But no, I think the Wrath of the Druids, the Siege of Paris, we're gonna make those be their own series, and yeah.
Please, Rada, tell us another. Yes, one more, and only because you all have such good taste. Now, this one begins a long time ago at a desert
There we go.
oasis.
Go, my eyes. They bring a feast and build their own guest house.
Yep, so there's the two.
Guest house. These are very generous guests.
Now, this one begins a long time ago.
Anyways,
at a desert
so we will be going through. So look for the Wrath of the Druids, Siege of Paris. Look for those as separate series. They will not be part of the main game.
Really? Making yourself at home?
As best as I know how, it is good to be here with you and your people. I feel my life has found a new road.
Good. And just so you know, we have all kinds of sticks nearby. Oak, beech, pine, in case your bum starts itching from sitting too long.
How kind of you, Eivor. I will be sure to stir your soup with one after I have had a sound scratching.
Hey, my boy.
Eivor.
I bring fair tidings, Runry. Hemminger Jarl in Nottinghamshire has passed, but his clan remains allied to us.
Sad news, but you made the best of it.
I saw my old friend Vili on my visit. He has now joined our clan, and will serve as a raider on my ship.
I remember the young man. He will make a fine addition to your crew.
So there's a couple things we got to do here now.
I want to see the Alliance map.
Wonder why this one isn't pledgeable yet.
My mind is fixed on Sussex. Basim and I have a chance to save Sigurd, but we will need an army.
I believe you do. Now is the time to strike, before Fulke decides Sigurd is of no more use to her.
Hytham received a message from Winchester, from someone calling himself a poor fellow soldier of Christ.
Your hidden ally. Very interesting. More targets, I assume.
Yes. So what do you think? Could it be a trap?
As a West Saxon stronghold, Winchester will be a rather unwelcome place for you. But that is nothing you cannot handle. If you go, do not go boldly.
We'll do that first.
I will make my way to Winchester. The letter asked me to meet a man in white at a house of God, and then recite this phrase. When pride cometh, then cometh shame, but with the lowly cometh wisdom.
A passage from their holy book, I believe. Interesting. Go with care.
All right. We'll obviously not be doing that this episode. We gotta go add Vili to our crew anyways.
I would like to reorganize the crew.
Found who you needed?
All right, bring out my lieutenant.
So, Carolingian longsword. Okay. That's what we need to upgrade.
I'm off. Be well, friend.
Now, this.
I would like to see what you...
I can get you that one easy.
Oh. Two hands. Well, how's she supposed to use it?
All my pieces are good, but that one's very good.
Maybe we'll have her do a hammer instead. Ah, we'll see. I'll have to pay attention the next time we...
Worthy of the gods. You like the looks of that one? Ready for...
Now.
Put that gear to good use out there.
Alright, and...
Have a look, Sunan.
We got some more raw materials, so we should be able to do an upgrade here. Grain or cattle?
Now, this one.
I think the grain one would get us that fully upgraded, I think. Because I think I already did an upgrade there.
Oh,
So let's maybe go ahead and finish it. Yep. Oh, cattle farm. Whoops. I didn't even upgrade the one that I intended. All right. I think everything's done up here, I think. So I guess we can start, oh wait, no, there was a fort up here that I did we go to it? No. Magnus Fortress, yeah, we didn't go there. You gotta think that that's part of a storyline at some point. You wouldn't have a fortress and just be nothing, you wouldn't think. We're not gonna go there now because we don't have time to mess with it anyways. Maybe we'll just go here and... clear that out, and that'll be a good place to end it.
After me next?
Best not to draw attention here.
We gotta upgrade this thing. And by upgrade, I mean changing my bow. Why didn't that was weird how I didn't assassinate him even though I was like right on him. I mean, that'll be there when I get back next time anyway, so sort of a waste of time in doing that. Let's go clear this out since we're already like sort of on this side of the map. That'll be a good place to end it. Crap. Bro, I can't shoot with crap.
Interesting.
How did I miss him twice?
Must be blocked from the other side.
I'm just picking dudes off. I didn't know this was going to take this long. I wouldn't have come here.
The other side must be barred. get on the other side.
Hoping that did something. Probably not, because I could have gone right up here.
Shit! Have to repair that. Ugh.
Alright, one more and that'll be it. Alright, I think that's it. Yep. Get there. Alright. It's gonna be a good place to end it. I think next time we'll start clearing off some of this stuff, and that'll be the plan. So come on back, and we'll pick up here.